We're talented, we're talented, we're very, 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 very talented. We're talented, yes, talented. We're so talented, we're smart. Well, maybe not smart, but we're talented. We can do a cool...
Hey everybody, Jake here.
And Owen.
And we are answering Jake and Owen Q A.
We're answering Jake and Owen Q A.
Well, we're answering the Q's.
We're answering the question.
Yeah, but I guess we could answer our answers if they're like hard to read.
Sure.
So what we're doing is, not that you need to know, because it's too late. It's too late, darling, it's too late. We're live streaming it at the same time. We're going to address all the questions we received from there, and then I guess if it makes sense, we can take some from the live stream.
Sure.
But not yet, so don't start filling it up, because the chat gets eaten up after about 5 miles, or whatever. I don't know how you measure a chat.
Yes.
So we got the list here on the screen.
You might as well read them.
All right. Should I just read? I'll just read it in normal voice.
Yes.
This one's for Owen. Who do you think would win in a fight? Who do you think would win in a fight? Leo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Batman? I don't know why I asked. LOL. Just off the top of my head.
Batman.
Batman?
Yep.
Why for?
I assume Batman has the same or equal, if not more, than Shredder. As you know, none of the Turtles, even all 4 at one time, cannot beat Shredder.
In terms of his fighting skill,
yes. Right? So I assume if Batman's that skill level, he could easily pick one of them.
But I mean, you'd have to think about how Leo is approaching this battle. Like, does he know he's about to fight Batman? Would he have prepared gadgets, or is he just all of a sudden Batman's in the street? Hey, I want to fight you.
Turtles don't use gadgets.
Well, but isn't Leo the really smart one that comes? Oh no,
it's Donatello.
Ah, fuck. Okay, yeah. So you're probably right. But he does have 2 long swords. Does Batman ever have a sword?
Maybe occasionally, but he doesn't kill people, so I think he usually just gets their weapons and tosses them.
Okay, so I guess that still counts as a win. Let's go ahead.
Well, in that case, at least for Leo, he'll get his ass kicked, but he won't be killed.
That's true. What would happen if you put ooze on Batman? No, we can't get Batman turtle. Actually, he'd become a bat, wouldn't he?
No, he'd have to whatever last animal he touched. So if he fought a ninja turtle and got ooze on him, he'd become a ninja turtle.
That would be some cool crossover fan art. Get to it! We got the next set of questions here are all from Pokemon Girl 44. We're going to go through these, I guess. Number 1, have you guys ever dyed your hair an unusual color?
I've been blonde.
Is that it?
That's not really unusual.
Didn't you do red at one point, though?
No.
Not even like in the beard, like you did the tips?
Just blonde that one time for some reason.
Yeah, I bleached my hair at one point in time, too, and I also had a black Hawaiian shirt with, like, blue and yellow flames and a set of blue and yellow flame goggles I wore because I just got back from Hawaii and was the hottest shit. Number 2, have you guys worn each other's clothes? I don't think I've worn anything of yours, but you wear shit of mine if you're filming. I force you to.
Yes. Outfits.
You know, the little black number with the red lace. I mean...
If you've seen the Jake and Owen record reviews, we got what I consider silly outfits, but it's his normal wear.
Yeah, I got
well, not the band
I got red
outfit.
pants on right now, so I mean, I always feel weird just walking around Morrisville where I have like this big ass coat and a red or pink pants. But
I've never done no pants.
No, I don't think you've ever.
Like a
no,
shirt,
well, the band outfit.
jacket.
No, you just always wear your jeans.
There's that jumpsuit.
Yeah, but you can't really avoid that. I think you still have your own pants on under that. Didn't go Super Commando. Do you guys think Joan Rivers is attractive?
Not now. Have you seen her lately? Good lord.
Wait, can you remind me who she is? I was thinking Phyllis Diller, and I have that album of her up there that she is quite attractive on.
She's a comedian.
Is she the one who's,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, welcome to the Grammys. Oh, you're looking beautiful.
Yes. You seen her lately? Her lips are, like, fucking overinflated. She's had lots of plastic surgery.
You know, if you're gonna sag, let it hang the way nature intended, and there's still people who are out there for that, but, I mean, body modding, where you're trying to make yourself not look body modded, is just like, no thanks. I mean, if you're doing it to put 2 lumps of metal under your skull, I can dig that, I know what you're going for. If you're trying to put shit in your lips to make them, like, prettier, and you end up with, like, this half over here thing, like, whose fucking mistake is that?
She had a stroke or something.
Oh, that's different.
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay. For a second I thought you were like, dude.
Where they have the injection that's like...
Oh, yeah, the Botox in the face.
Anyways.
Owen, do you own your own house? There's a lot of owns in that, but yeah, go ahead.
No. think that was supposed to be for you, though?
I don't know. I live in a tiny cabin on my parents' property, so no, I don't. I'm freeloading. Number 5. Which would woman most like to date, Jake or Owen? Let's go by statistics, Owen. Well, I don't know. Maybe women would like to date me, but I just scare them away. They're like, who is this man?
It's been a while for both of us.
Yeah.
No women want to date us.
Forever alone.
But yes, I've had more girlfriends.
Yes, you have.
In the day. When I was younger.
And I don't know if anyone would like to date me, but once they started dating me, I don't think they'd like to date me anymore.
That's kind of harsh.
It's harsh, but it's good to be honest with yourself. And number 6, Jake and Owen. Would you dye your beard for 500,000 somethings and wear it like that for the rest of the year? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a beard. I mean, the only concern I have is, can I trim it? Because, I mean, this is already getting long for me. In about 6 months, I'm planning on knocking
It's
mine
like
out.
$500,000.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'd do that. Because
I'd dye all my body hair for that much.
Ooh, that would burn, though.
I don't care. It's $500,000.
Okay, you're right, man. I'm paying the hospital bills. No, butt hairs, too.
Hell yeah.
You gonna take pictures of that? See, that's got to be a stipulation. You got to have a picture.
Girls bleach their ass hairs.
I didn't even know that. Well, maybe I did. Number 7. If you guys had to change your names, which names would you choose? This is really hard. I might... Well, you can go ahead and go first if you have some idea. If you don't, I might change mine to Jake Lyon, but just because it's my stage name. But I don't want to be a stage name anymore. I used to have like this whole list of names. Well, I have these really retarded, really dumb names. Decacorn was one of my secret names. Well, J is the 10th letter of the alphabet, and a decade is 10 years. And then cob is like a cob of corn on the cob, so J Cobb becomes Decacorn. So that's what I used to do when I was a kid. Come up with names like that. But I'd have to think about it. There's names that I've been like, I've always wanted to find a more kick-ass name, but you never can find one when you need it.
That'd be Oliver.
I thought you wanted to be Finn. Would you be Oliver with the same last name? Oliver, actually, should I say your last name?
No.
Okay. I won't do that then. Last one. And both of us. Do you think the cartoon or live-action April is more attractive?
Cartoon.
Okay. Scrolling up now. This question comes from Medallion72. What is bronies? Tell me what it is. What does it come from? History lesson, please. You said you could give it without being a brony. So if you want to go through that, you give it a shot.
Okay. Yes, I'm not a brony.
He's a turtley. It's different.
Yeah. You know, I'm down with bronies. You know, I'll bro hoof and whatnot, but I don't get the cartoon, the fascination with it. But from what I understand, brony, a guy who likes My Little Pony.
Bam.
Simply put.
Right there, flat on the table. Now, if I had to get more complicated about it, actually, I don't think I could. I think part of the draw is just that, you know, there must be a fan community behind, Adventure Time. There's got to be a fan community behind regular show. But there's some sort of an expectation that, guys of this age range would be watching it. And so it's if you want to go find it, you can. And then it's out there. But the thing about bronies is that it came to attention because, with it being a relatively solid cartoon, depending on your standards and what you like to watch, there's that happiness factor, which that's in other cartoons as well, but you don't see it as much. But, it came to attention because of that. And so you kind of had people who were looking for it to begin with, and then this massive wave of attention, which drew, anybody with a single click's worth of interest into it. Just like if there was somehow old women are watching regular show, and then suddenly, you'd have people clicking on it, and you might have this whole community of 60, 70-year-old women watching regular show, and part of the draw would just be that it was all blown up in the intermedia, or however you want to call it. But, you just watch it, and people give you a need to be proud of watching it because they were weirded out by it. And so that's, other people being weirded out by what you're into, it gives pride to it.
I don't like the show, but I can't really say much.
And another part of it is just the fact that what you have, at least what I've seen, is that the style of ponies are done in, And the idea of the background ponies, and essentially any background characters, are only unique in their features applied to a flat base. And when you think of how popular the money figures became, you know, amongst artists or anything like that, it was a very flat... Is that how you say it, money? M-U-N-N-Y. It was a big blank figure, and you could do whatever you wanted with it. And the pony base is the same. It's a big blank figure that you just switch the hair and eyes and stuff on and make it your own. And that seems to have a pretty big draw, because you can, like, instead of having to think of a character that fits into the universe, you've got the base and you decorate it, and that, you know, allows a lot more people to get into, you know, that custom aspect of the show as well.
Still a pony.
Yeah. Cute as hell.
I can't argue with that.
Alright. Maddie McCaddy asks a few questions here. Number 1, if you could have any beard from history, whose would it be and why? Do you know?
It's that guy from the picture up to work.
Where?
From the college. He looks like Abraham Lincoln, but his beard's longer.
Oh, so it's just like this, but bigger?
Yeah.
And why?
Because it's an awesome beard.
But you wouldn't be able to have a mustache, though.
I don't like mustaches.
Why you go?
I don't know.
You grow it because you can grow
It ruins the food off my fork and spoons. So I eat
guess.
less.
I could go for a really good set of a really good mutton stash. I've tried to grow one before and I can't. And I think, who was it? Was it Chester A. Arthur that had the... I just dig a mutton stash, man. That's like, that just wants you to ride a electric motorcycle. I mean, electric bicycle. I mean, moped. Moped, Mandel stash, old fighter pilot helmet, trying so hard to be Footy Cootie, not being able to. Number 2. If you were a woman, which male celebrity would you most like to... Or just fuck, whatever you want to say.
Vin Diesel.
There you go. Well, wait, not Steve McQueen. He'd be too aggressive in the sack.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, but we're talking about, like, anywhere. Who the...
It didn't say anywhere.
It said living?
No.
Well, I mean, it didn't say living. Like,
You have a time machine and also changes your gender. Let's go back in time and become a woman.
The thing is, I'd have to, like, think of a movie I really like. So I'm trying to look at mine over here. I'm not going to say Meatloaf.
Is it wrong?
Mark Hamill.
Did I jump that quickly?
No, you know. I mean,
Diesel's
The Rock is
hot.
number 2, right? I'd say Mark Hamill, just because the way he'd probably laugh.
Vanilla Ice.
Okay. Not to spend too much time on that. 3. What is the average land speed of the African lion? Fast. Number 4. If you won $100 million in the lottery, could I have some? What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I'd give him some. It's Maddie McCaddy.
Yeah. I'd give you some, and then if you wanted to give him some, that's cool. I'd give you enough so you could give him some.
Sweet.
5. Do you use any special beard grooming products? I use the 10-digit system.
Do they make beard grooming?
Of course they do. Little brushes, you can go like that.
Here's a normal comb. Your fingers.
I have a pick I use.
Shampoo.
I have a pick I use for my hair, and sometimes look at this. Look at these knots, man.
I condition my beard. You gotta condition it.
I sometimes put shampoo in mine, but it's that hippie soap, so it doesn't do jack. Ow, God, my beard hurts when I actually groom it. All right, we're gonna scroll up a little. Well, we're right here. We've got Dakin Howlett. Have either of you braided your beard like a Lord of the Rings dwarf? At one time, I had 2 braids like Captain Jack Sparrow. We did.
Yeah, I didn't have a beard then. It was just chin hair, and I had 2 braids in it, and my hair was braided.
And that was before Captain Jack Sparrow hit the scene, man.
It
They
was.
probably saw. Well, it wouldn't have been on Facebook. They probably saw your picture on the yearbook and were like, "Bam!"
The girlfriend at the time did that.
Johnny Depp's like, "I know what I'm doing." You had the beads in it too, like, was it just 2 beads?
It was just rubber bands.
Oh, rubber bands. I thought it was cooler than
No.
that. All right, here we have 3 questions from PS3 Games and Comic Books. I didn't know PS3 made comic books. I'm just joking. Number 1, have you ever shaved? Yes.
Yes.
The last time I shaved would have been for the Duke Nukem dancing video.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. It was last year.
Yeah.
Whenever Duke Nukem came out.
Yeah, whenever it finally came out, and then, of course, it's disappointing.
12 years later.
Oh, bum, 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 bum. Wait, that's kind of like, you know, going to a 7-Eleven and standing there for 12 years and finally getting one of the hot dogs off the roller machine. It's like, it's going to be great! It's the best hot dog yet! Actually, no, it's just the one in the bag. But yeah, I'm gonna, I already said when I'm going to shave again, so no more spoilers. Number 2, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Yeah. I mean,
especially.
I don't mind seeing other people's dogs. I don't mind those dogs that like when they're 11 years old still look like a poofy little puppy. Like that kind of kicks ass. But
Puppies suck.
But in general, well, yeah, puppies suck. That's why I mean the you know that one that we see every once in a while, that 11-year-old Pomeranian. It's like, it's like they look like a puppy.
Everyone's like, puppies are cute. Yeah, work with them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
You'll disagree.
puppies are so cute sometimes. Cats are always cute, so it's just like a default thing. It's like, oh, this puppy's cute right now. It's like, look at my cat. My cat's cute all the time. You shut up. Number 3, do you ever watch anime?
I'm not a big fan of anime. I've seen some.
Yeah, I don't watch it actively enough. I used to, my first year of college, you know, we got Adult Swim, so I would just watch Inuyasha out of I'm sitting here and don't go anywhere because I'm not the cool kid at college.
I started getting into Death Note.
Yeah. I think the 2 series, I think I have the box set for Hellsing, which I like quite a bit, and then Furikuri I haven't got yet, but I do remember enjoying that quite a bit because it's just so oddball. Let's see. Where are we at? Yeah, okay, those are all from PS3 Games Comic Books. I should be thanking everyone for the questions so far, but we can do that at the end. Here we've got some from, I'm going to say it's Sia Pro, like a pro at saying Sia. Got a few questions. Number 1, which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle would win in a fight? I'll leave this one up to you.
I say Donatello. Because I see, everyone knows Leonardo, and like Raphael wants to be a leader. So he would go right after Leonardo.
Yeah.
Michelangelo is just an idiot, so Donatello would easily wipe the floor with him. And then he'd just kind of chill and wait for whoever wins in that other fight, which I assume Leo would win. And then he would just easily take out Leo, because he'd be all beat up and tired.
You just take a stick and push him over the edge.
Nah! Or he'd just, like, after he beat Michelangelo, he'd just go get in the van and run over the other two. Like, whatever. I'm done.
Or you just like rig the van with a bomb, parking in the sewer, and then case
No
closed.
fight.
Number 2, can you explain how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went from creator Kevin Eastman to the Nickelodeon company? Does Eastman still get the money for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle brand? Please mention any other companies that own Teenage. This is Wikipedia research. Well, if you know it, you know it.
Nickelodeon owns distributing rights, I think is how it works.
Okay.
To everything. But I don't think they own them. I think Kevin Eastman and his company still technically own, the Turtles. So Nickelodeon is going to make a new show. There is a new Turtle comic, which is IDW, I believe. But Kevin Eastman's, heading it up still. So I assume he's still making money off the Turtles.
Yeah.
There was Archie had comics, and then there was another company after that, It's kind of bounced around. Then, whatever Fox Kids had the Turtle series in 2003.
But so does Nickelodeon now make money off of those previously released products?
I don't know.
Because, that's what I'm wondering, from the original comic books, because they are releasing new hardcover version of those, right? Or that's something you can buy now as a hardcover release. I wonder if they're making any money off that, or if that's all original products that's going just to Eastman.
See, I don't know that much.
I know. It's worth Wikipediaing it if it's right. Number 3, and lastly, I'm new to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic scene, and I'm slowly catching up. I just bought a TPB called TMNT Volume 1, Tundra, 1991. Is this the Archie comics?
Yes.
And is that... Didn't you say there were 2 series, though? That they did a chunk of one, or 4 issues, and then came back later and did 11?
It counts as all the same thing.
Okay, so is this from the earlier or the second?
I forget. It's from the main Archie series, but it's just a couple volumes put into it. So there's a bunch of volumes. Okay,
we're going to go up to Gopi Pants. Who started growing their beard first? Last time you both shaved your beards, and joints, ponies, or both? Alright, we'll go ahead and attack this.
Well, I had facial hair before he hit puberty, so...
Yeah, so I guess you could call it that, but if we're talking about the beards we currently have, then you still have it, because I cut mine probably 6 months ago. But the thing is, I guess we're not...
Mine's been over a year since I've shaved and grew it, so...
Yes, I think you've still got time on me. Last time, when did you actually... I just said when I shaved mine, but when did you shave yours? You said a year, so maybe...
It's been over a year. I went all 2011, except for the mustache.
There's got to be some,
And the sides a little bit.
There's got to be some website you can log into for, I haven't shaved for a year or something like that.
Just take a picture of it.
Okay, so joints, ponies, or both. I think you're neither, and me, well, my joints ache like hell, but,
Is that the joints he's talking about?
I don't know.
Wait, we mentioned that in the Q&A video. You were talking about joints or something.
Oh. Yeah, I can't remember how I got there, but... I guess...
What about pony joints?
Pony joints?
The back legs. Those disturb me a little bit.
Well, everybody loves a flank. It's just...
What?
No, they do. You basically...
That's sexual. That's just wrong.
You got this 3-jointed leg, which, you know, furries are already big about the 3-jointed legs. You know, they got the foot that comes here and then the big... And then they took that and they just smoothed it all down into one shape.
I'm all for ponies. But stop drawing them fucking standing on 2 legs. It disturbs me.
No, it's great.
Stop it.
Well,
No
what about,
2-legged pony.
So then, what are you going to say about, what was that show? Road Rovers?
What next? They're going to have hands?
What about Road Rovers? You know that
What is Road Rovers?
No, that show... No, the one with the cats. No, there was the one that was called, like, Road Rovers, and it was, like, there was a collie girl, and, like, a... What the fuck do you call the black ones with the tan hair? But they were all dogs in armor. But I guess that makes them more
It's
like furries.
different, though.
Okay, so what about Back to the Barnyard? He walks on 2 legs, doesn't he? The cow does? I think
yeah,
that.
but... I don't know.
Well, the thing is, they only do it for, like, you know, purposes of standing up. It's not something they do very often, but it's something they do. Kind of like the way your cat, if it wants to get a piece of turkey, it'll stand up for a second.
I think I'm more disturbed when they have them standing up and their ass is facing you.
Well, that's just the flank.
I don't get it.
You don't have to. It's something you're born with. Tom 360 Degrees asks, what's the best thing about living in Vermont and what's the worst thing? I guess we'll go ahead and do...
The views. There's lots of woods.
Yeah, there's lots of
Hills.
woods. And I think another part of it is that there's, between those views, there's a lot of, and this is where it kind of comes to a choice of preference. There's a lot of nothing in between places. So if you're someone who's like, you know, I lived in a city, pretend city for a while, and it's like, if you want to go somewhere 15 minutes away and bike there, you can't do that here. You know, you could drive an hour and a half and then maybe do that if you felt like bringing a bike with you, but at the same time, you get these long roads, you get these views, you get night drives where nobody else is out on the road, and so you kind of get to just soak in all that, and there are places you can find where you can just be, you know, totally isolated. And that's nice if you live somewhere where you can't turn your music up above 1.5 because you have neighbors and paper-thin walls. Worst thing, I'd say, well, I like snow, but I don't like cold, and I don't like ice.
I'd say the fact that we live so far away from, like, Best Buy and
well, that's
stores
true.
like that.
That's true. That's where the distance
ridiculous.
starts to get at you, where it's like we don't even have like. We used to have a place 10 minutes away, or for you 30, which just seems short, that had, like, you know, video games and stuff, and, like, it maybe had 3 PlayStation games, but still, holy shit. And now we've got Big Lots, which gets whatever those companies an hour away shit out, and, you know, the dollar store, which just gets pure shoveled shit. So it's fun for a novelty, but if you want anything actual, you know. But at least there's the internet now. I mean, could you imagine if you didn't have that, you wouldn't get jack.
Although, freaking... I didn't get, you know, high-speed internet till, like, what, a couple years ago? My town was nothing. Dial-up.
Yeah.
There's still towns in Vermont that only have dial-up.
There are still people in the world that know what the sound sounds like. They won't think it's a joke. They're like, oh, you're just logging on to the net.
Oh, it's Tim.
Tim?
Krug Road.
Oh, we're not there yet. Have you guys ever had an argument to the point where you almost stopped being friends?
Nope.
I don't think ever that close. I sometimes, apparently, well, I'll fuss up to it, huh?
Opinionated.
Opinionated? Well, okay, I'm gonna do this real quick.
Here's what I was thinking, though.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll have an idea, and I'll tell it to you. And then every time you'll have to change it.
Yeah, that's my...
And it shouldn't annoy me that much, but it does. Because it's not like it's an idea for us. It's like, oh, I want to do this video. And then you're like, it'd be better. It's like this. And I'm like, fuck.
And the thing is, I don't mean to say better. What it means is, as an artist, you know, and as an artist... no, but anytime you go to these critiques, if, you know, like a critique at the end of a class assignment, if your piece is complete shit, people will just go, oh, it's great. You know, like in a Earl voice, like, oh, that's nice. But if it's actually a good piece, that's when they start telling you things you could fix about it. So what I mean is your ideas sound good, and when I say these suggestions, it pretty much is me trying to say, yeah, if you do that, you'll be fine. You could also do this. And so it's not me trying to say your idea is shit, it's that it's good and it inspires me for more things on top of it. So now we can kiss and make up.
No, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, too much beard. Now we've got Krug Road and
That's
Megatron.
Tim.
That's Tim. I'm still gonna call him Krug Road. I'm gonna call him Krug Road Megatron. Ask, what was your favorite genocide? That's his voice now.
Favorite genocide?
Uh,
The band? Is there a band called Genocide?
probably. If they had like a flavor of Gatorade called
The
Genocide.
Black Plague. Does that count? Is that different than genocide?
No, because
Genocide's where people kill people.
yeah, that's where people kill a lot of people.
Bible.
Huh?
Christians.
You mean like the Crusades?
Yes.
I guess that's kind of funny.
It's,
Well, can you think of one that's funny?
there's no genocide that funny.
Okay, we'll cap it right there. Number 2 is Hulk Hogan gay,
There's rumors he was gay with Eric Bischoff.
but he has a daughter. Anyone with a mustache like that has to go around town a couple times.
I would say that he's not a very entertaining wrestler and he's overhyped. I'll say that.
Does that make him gay?
Maybe if he's using it that way. If so, shame on you, Tim. That's an offensive way to use the word gay.
That's right. Number 3, will we live in a world like that shown in the film Time Cop?
It's been a while since I've seen Time Cop, so I'll say sure.
All I can get in my head is some Blade Runner music. Turtle Power 1982 asks, I got some questions about that matching blue outfit. I guess that would be for me. Did you have to dig up a dead trucker to find that? No, I got it from a dying trucker who went off the road attempting to deliver like a shipment of crystal orbs, and he said, if you wear the suit, you'll have the power of the orbs. And then began my 1980s television show about, he's got the trucker suit and he can go through the land, gotta restore all the orbs to the
You gotta
precious.
tell that story though.
What's-
We're wearing that suit.
Oh, well, okay. So the one, well, I went to a little cafe in a nearby town. Is that the one you mean? And I ran to a friend there?
Yes.
So I ran to a friend, or I hadn't seen forever. I guess he'd moved to Connecticut, and he came back, and he's like, hey, how's it going? And, that was good. What are you up to? He's like, well, I moved up here. I've been working in the kitchen here, cooking some things. I was like, that's cool. I just haven't been here in a while. And he, I'm trying not to make a bad impression, because I'm weird enough as is. People haven't seen me in forever. They're like, oh, you're crazy, you're an artist, but still. So he's like, you just came from Copley? I was like, you mean the hospital? I was like, no. He's like, I work at the vet clinic. He's like, oh, I just saw that you were, wearing scrubs there. And I was like, no, I'm just wearing a blue suit.
It's just, if you haven't seen it, it's just blue pants and a blue button-up, like, I guess trucker shirt, and it's got eagles on it.
That's right. Well, it's pretty epic. And the thing is that I found the shirt 2 years before I found the pants, and they're the same color blue. And you can't beat that in terms of fashion on the fly at all at thrift stores. Do I prefer the dome buttons that just snap up, or a regular button through the hole kind of guy? I'd say dome buttons, especially... Oh, shit, I don't have them on. I had a shirt on that has double dome buttons on the pockets. That shit just kicks ass. But, regular buttons are cool, especially if you get some, like, really fancy ones. I find a mix of the two is nice. I would wear a shirt that had one for one. But I like the snap buttons because, at the end of the day, you're just like, I need a little rage. It's like, if there was a girl here, this would look sexy, but I'm alone, so it just looks pathetic. Going off from that, where am I? Does the shirt look fresh like that straight out of the dryer, or does it require an iron and plenty of starch? No, I am a throw it in one machine, throw it in the other machine, throw it in my drawer kind of guy. I don't do any press or preparation, so the way you saw it is the way that the dryer released it to me.
You also put your shirts away funny, or I think it's funny.
Well, I used to fold them, but then I realized if I just rolled them up, I could see every pattern right in a row. So I've just started to roll my shirts and stack them. And it's the same way you got your socks, you can see all the colored patterns there. I do it with my underwear too. You just reach right in and grab one. And I don't know, maybe that actually helps it in terms of folding, but you won't get creases, you'll get an overall roll.
So fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean, roll your shirts in a machine. Alright. Now, I guess that's all for my beautiful blue suit. Tattooed
Who's
door.
insulting you?
I am not insulted ever. A dead trucker, they're cool, man. They've been on the road their whole lives.
Yeah,
They fuck
watch
women
his
on the road.
Ninja Turtles.
People like that don't know shit. Tattooed Doorman asks, what's the strangest thing you have ever found in your beards? Usually my dad picks shit out of my beard. Well, I'm gonna find it eventually, and he never gives me the respect I deserve. I'm like, I need to. I'll get it. I know I got a thing. I'm finishing eating first. But I mean, one time this is hair. Well, no, I mean I found sticks in my hair after going through things. But I have. At one point in time, someone threw a piece of squid in my hair when we were dissecting one in high school. So I did find that.
Ladybug.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a ladybug in my beard.
I must have had a bug in mine at one point. I just remember pulling something out that was gripping me, but I don't remember. So maybe not. I may just be
It's
stealing.
a roach.
Ugh.
It's not even a beard, it's just roaches.
Anytime I try to eat food, the beard goes... my tongue. How would you get a panda to mate, either with another panda or with your good selves? Well,
not with me.
Well, you don't need to mate with a panda. I don't need to mate with a panda either, because.
Hey, panda. Look at that sexy panda over there. She's giving you the panda eyes. She said, hey, I may look like I don't want it, but you're the male. You gotta be aggressive. And I said, panda. You gotta get your panda on. You're black and white and you look alright, yeah. Look at those big fat panda thighs. You know they make us hard inside, panda.
Question 3. What would your clown names be if you were in a circus? The thing about clown names is they can't be like pony names where it's like, rain falls, shadows. It would have to be something like goofy, like Bing Bong Wild Pad.
I always thought Beardo was great, but that's a freaking singer.
Well, forget him. I mean, if you're in a small-time circus, you think he's going to come down to, like, Coventry County and be like, where's the Beardo Clown?
Beardo the Weirdo Clown.
How about Beardolophagus?
What? An elephant?
Sure. I guess I would be, Lion Man? That's not a good clown name. How about Blueberry Lion Face? Forget it. You choose some. You tell us what our clown names would be. Clown name master. Joseph's the rapist clown? Hi, I'm Rapist. I come to your parties to entertain. She says she doesn't want it.
Oh, Jesus.
Nothing. Number 4. Joseph's amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Is that just showing off? On Joseph's part or on God's part? Because, I mean, if God created everything, he could have made a better looking coat. I mean, sure, it's got every color in the world, but it could have had, like, lions that looked flat, that were like, brah, and, like, moving lion pictures and stuff. And it doesn't have to be lions. I mean, like, animals, you know what I mean? You could see the cosmos in a God coat, but, that's pretty modest on God's part. It's like, hey, Joseph, I made you something. Oh, my God, did you make me, like, a planet or, like, a whole universe? Or, like, no, I made you a really colorful coat. It's all right. I'm not really a rainbow flying kind of person, but I'll give it a shot. Okay. Did you have anything to say on that one? I've been sort of just hijacking these questions. No, not much?
No.
Okay. So we'll go ahead up to Legit Gamer 1997, who apparently is 9 years later than... Well, that wouldn't be right. 8 years... Oh. I was going to say later than the turtle guy. 1982, 1993. But whatever. Question for Jake. If you had cancer and the doctor said, you're going to die in the next 24 hours, what would you do before you die, and who would you want beside you when you say your last word?
Damn.
Way to bring it down. You know what I would do?
Uh-oh.
Before I die, I'm gonna get 2 pandas to mate. And I want them to have that baby in 5 seconds. And I want them to put that baby next to me. And I want to die with a baby panda in my arms. And I'm going to say, good job, Mama Panda. Good job, Papa Panda.
I ain't going to think about it too hard. Ask me when I'm about to die. I'll have to make up my mind by then. I always wait till the last minute to do things anyway. So I was like, oh, finally going to die. Okay. Okay. You going to show that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question.
Not exactly.
There you go.
Rebel Zeeb asks, what is the social trend most likely to stay mostly the same in 100 years? I'm gonna guess. Maybe 100 days. No, 100 years probably. Social trend. Well, your guess is probably most likely.
I I assume if there's still internet, there'll still be social networking websites.
I thought you said Bieber hair too.
Bieber hair for life.
Bieber swoop. I mean, some version of hair that comes.
Even though he doesn't have that anymore, but they still call it Bieber hair. So.
Well, sure. Just like the Beatles' hair was called Arthur,
which is basically Bieber hair.
Well, no, that cuts down. That doesn't assume. It's much more modest.
Fashion disaster.
Who's the Bieber hair?
No, Beatles.
That was great. Everyone could use an army hat made out of hair.
The bowl cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Converse sneakers. I think they'll still be making those, and they'll still be trendy.
Not Adidas.
Because at that point, they'll still be like the 100-year-old brand, Converse.
What about Adidas?
I don't know. I think skater shoes are going to go out as soon as we get hoverboards. It's going to become a completely new style because of what you need to grip onto the boards and everything. Like Marty from McFly, instant snap Nike boots. You know someone made some of those online? They actually made a pair of boots that auto close like in Back to the Future. It's exciting stuff. Future's almost here. Oh, that was you. Oh. Captain Strangelife asks, Holy Jumping Jesus, Jake looks like William Gaines. Would you guys ever think about publishing a comic book, Jake and Owen's Adventures? I promise I'll buy it.
I want to get in the whole backstory on this.
No, you can go ahead and do it.
So, we had this, or I had an idea for Jake and Owen Apocalypse, and it was going to be skits we were going to act, and then we realized there's too much work in that.
Yeah. For both of us.
Yes. So then, it pretty much was on the shelf, but I still love the idea of Jake and Owen Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So I pitched the idea of the comic. Jake seemed like he liked it. Rolling his eyes.
No, I did.
We wrote a script. We came up with ideas for at least 3 issues.
Mm-hmm. Rough ideas.
Yes. We drew concept art, which I will totally put in the video.
Nice.
And, well, he drew concept art. Then, Jake said, fuck you, I ain't doing it.
Well, in so many words.
Yeah, he'd rather draw ponies than draw the comic, pretty
Yeah.
much. And that's pretty much where it's at.
Yeah.
So, if anyone wants to draw Jake and Owen Apocalypse,
You've got the script.
send me a message.
I
We technically have a first page.
Yeah, we have a first page. Whether the style would stay the same. I was just trying to find a way that I could do it where it'd be comfortable for me. And what I'm hoping is that if I draw enough ponies, although I'm guessing it's probably going to go down Street B, Street A would be that I draw enough ponies, I get really comfortable with drawing, and I could take on a project like that. Street B is that I become so used to drawing ponies, it's all I can draw. And that's probably what's going to happen. So, yeah, it's
Maybe.
still something there. Well, it's maybe as an illustrated kids book, or maybe if I start doing it the way I do my Pia comics, where I'd make up one background and we take care of the whole skit within that background, so I don't have to draw a million backgrounds, and then take it up from there. I don't see. Maybe I just don't want to do it. Maybe I'm just trying really hard to make myself want to do it. I don't think about that. Cynical 44, great guy. Check out his videos. Actually, I should plug everyone. No, I'm saying all your names. Check them all out.
I'm just saying that because he sent you stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Atari games I can't play. I need to get an Atari again. I had one. I gave it away. For Owen, what's your favorite non-Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy line?
G.I. Joe.
Yeah? You don't have any, though. Well, you got
I
it.
do. There's something in the bag right here.
Oh, that's true. Well, you've left them all in the bag.
Yeah. But when I was younger, that was the Turtle toys. Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
More Ninja Turtles. No, it was G.I. Joe.
All right, well, I'm gonna steal this from you. I'm gonna say core. I guess because I wasn't old enough, I never got the G.I. Joes. You got it. What they had at Kenny Drugs, and that was the hardcore, or CORPS, And they were pretty much the same. Although I think G.I. Joes, their legs could only bend this way, and their torso didn't twist, right?
Yeah, dude.
But it just twisted on a single axis.
Yeah.
Because with the core, they had like a rubber band that held the two together, so you could get all these crazy pivot points, and you could like pose them. But then after a while, the rubber band would break.
You weren't gonna say Lego?
Yeah, I was pretty big on that. But in terms of action figures that I played with, like blah blah blah.
We didn't say action figures.
Oh, you just said toy line. Okay.
I'd say Lego as well.
Yeah. Well, see, I would sometimes build stuff out of Lego, but what I usually would do is just assemble figures and put them all over the house, and then kind of play through my house like it was a video game. It's like, you start on the giant stove castle, must jump over to the pantry shelves. Oh, then this guy's got to fight. You got to climb all the way up to the top with this giant robot, and he falls all the way down. Yeah, it was great. Because, you know, I'd already beaten Mario like 5 times. Well, no. For Jake, do you buy new vinyl that artists are releasing today, or just the vintage? Pretty much. What? What are you trying to be me?
No, you're anti-new vinyl.
I have one new vinyl. I might have 2.
It's too expensive.
Well, it's too expensive, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The only reason I collect so much music is because I can get them for $1 a pop, and that makes the intrigue a lot more interesting. It's not like I have to choose from 500 new artists and grab one record that I'm going to love a lot. I can go to Goodwill and go, here's 20 things I've never heard of that look kind of cool. And then boom, that's nice. Boom, oh, that one's okay. Boom, that's great. And then I'm only out of like a pizza's worth.
Still should have got freaking Alice Cooper, his new album.
Yeah, I know. I could have, at the $2 bin, I could have got some of his old ones. I need to get more of his old ones. I don't have that many. But you know what I do have?
Uh-oh. Could be gone for a while.
No, it's actually right here. That's the only reason I committed to doing it. Just in terms of Alice Cooper, I do have the Muscle of Love cardboard case.
Is that a fake stain?
Yeah, it's a printed stain.
Nice.
It's pretty sweet. It's just like made to look like it's cardboard, and then it's just a sleeve in there. But yeah,
Show them too.
Muscle of Love. I love weird boxes, but let's not go into review unless I'm actually asked that. Jake and Owen, what are some of your favorite snack foods?
Favorite snack food.
That's it, snafu. Favorite snafu. That's snafu. Sorry, distracted.
I like Little Debbie.
Little Debbie?
Little Debbie. That's how I get this fat.
So do you mean Little Debbie like Swiss rolls?
Swiss rolls.
Let's put our guts out now that we're talking about snack. Well, not the podge though. Just
the Mickey Mouse ears.
God.
Swiss cake rolls are probably my favorite, but I do like the old honey buns.
Mm-hmm. See, I've never. If we're talking like Little Debbie era, I prefer Star Crunch and then maybe Fudge Rounds. You know, I love Star Crunch though, man. They're great. Like Rice Krispie treats. No, the ones that are like.
Are they shaped like a star?
No, they're shaped like a circle, and it's basically like a Rice Krispie treat, or you know, like Rice Krispie sort of kernels, and then it's all chocolate and caramel in between. And it's 50 cents a pop. And the same deal, they also made the Nutty Butter bars, you know, the double bars and the thing that are kind of like the wafers, but those are great. But for me, I'm just thinking about what I get all the time now. Combos, I get all the time just because this is gas station snacks, what I'm running to for at like 3 in the morning and shouldn't be. I'll get combos, I'll get wafers to go with coffee, but you gotta love those little pretzel bites that are flavored. I ate a whole bag once. That's such a bad idea. But I don't do it because it's a good idea.
Anything from Big Lots for him.
Well, yeah, that's more of a curiosity. If I had to go for choice, I love
Candy Company.
No, but I do love Asian trail mix. I don't know if that's what it's called. Well, no, the rice snacks, like the rice mix. Like I just eat that stuff all day, especially if it has the wasabi peas in there. Okay, that's pretty snacktastic. Jake and Owen, zombie apocalypse weapon of choice and why?
Gun would be preferred.
Yeah, but you have a
Distance.
certain gun?
Anything with enough ammo.
Well, I'd like, if we have a lot of imaginary options here, is a weapon I designed and then drew for a character for a comic that has about 14 pages. It's in one of my sketchbooks. It's essentially, when I made it out of a plastic Halloween sickle and a painter's extendable handle. So what you get is, in its short form, it's a rifle, and you kind of hold on to the blunt part of the sickle so it comes like this, which probably isn't a good idea. But so you get a rifle like that, but then you can extend the thing twice as long and use it as a sickle to whack shit. So you're like, pow, pow, zombie gets close. You can still use it as a short staff as well, but if there's one like getting close but far enough away, you can extend it and just hook him in the face.
Okay.
And then, I don't...
Just
yeah.
praising us.
Praising us, man. Thanks for the praise. Always love praise. It powers our beards. For the 8-Bit Theater asks, for both you guys, who is your least favorite Ninja Turtle?
Raphael is a dick.
Yeah. Well, Dicks have their merit. Red Ranger's a dick, and he has his merit.
Is that the thing? You're red, you're a dick.
Yeah. It's pretty symbolic. Big red dick.
Isn't Big Macintosh?
But he's quiet. He's like a big red dick that someone's trying to hide. No, what? Number 2, what is your favorite color?
I like orange.
Orange was always my go-to, but what I tell people these days is really obnoxious. It's red with a little bit of orange, yellow with a little bit of orange, green, or yellow with just a bit of green, blue with just a bit of purple, and then white with just a bit of yellow. Because it's like, you get these really vibrant, it's pretty much any color that they put on a 70 Barracuda. They were these electric colors, and they were just far enough into the other spectrum that they had this really nice glow to them. And so
I said color, not million colors.
palette, I don't care. Change the question. If you had $1 million, if I had $1 million,
No, don't sing that song.
What would you buy first?
A house.
Yeah, that's
Not $1 million house.
no. Yeah, that's probably be a good point.
Like a crack house.
Yeah, I would. Well, I would buy. I'd buy a bank account in which to put it in, because you have to pay for those, don't you?
No.
No, I thought some banks you had to. Well, for like a CD savings. Well, no, you just put it. That's right. You just have
Just
to.
buy a crack house. That's investment.
I guess. Number 4. What is your favorite soft drink?
Mountain Dew.
You're so easy with these.
Do the do, man.
I dig it, but
And then regret it later.
I like.
Oh, it burns my fucking throat. That's
I
good.
prefer to have my sperm count.
That's a myth. That's
know.
a myth.
Okay.
If it's not, who cares?
Cream soda. Well, yeah. I
You and
mean,
your goddamn cream soda.
well, it's got to be the right kind. Like, kind of tastes
The
actually.
cheap grocery store cream soda.
No, like Jones Soda cream soda is great. It's so good. Jones Soda, free advertising. Number 5. Do you like rap music?
I do. Like certain stuff. I like Apathy, self-titled, like the underground rap groups.
I enjoy rap, but I don't actively seek it out. The thing for me is I can't just hear what they're rapping about unless I like actually listen to it like intently. So for me, it's like an activity to understand what it's about. I have to be like, and that's not like casual listening to me. So I mean, I guess I prefer 80s rap because it's relatively slow. They give it to you slowly.
I like basketball. Dribble up and down the court.
Yeah.
That song?
So you're not a big fan of Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow.
No, don't bring that song up.
Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow. No, I'm sorry. I've ruined everything.
Waka Flocka Flame and those douchebags.
Just cut it out.
Mm.
Don't even pretend we mentioned them.
No.
Um,
What about Macho Man's rap album?
You know, I meant to download that. I don't know if I actually got to hear it or not.
May he rest in peace. Up in the rap heaven.
That's right. Number 6. What video games would you play naked? Any?
A rock band. We'll play the guitar standing up.
So you can helicopter?
Flop, yeah, man. Helicopter that shit.
You know, I have played some naked, but I don't think it was really, like, I just wanted to play a game naked. It's not like I was like, Yoshi's Story, gotta play this naked.
You know, I want to sing naked while singing Culture Club.
Nice.
Get that visual.
I'm just trying to remember what Culture Club sounds like as opposed to thinking of you naked. It's like, you've got to miss it on you. It's like, that's not Culture Club. That's what I'd sing naked. Finally, what one game are you excited for in 2012? Oh,
Just believe in the 5-second rule. I got like a 15-second rule. If I dropped it, I'll eat it.
I have a rule where,
Well, I guess it depends where it is.
yeah, I mean, I have a rule where sometimes if I eat too much of a snack food, and I'm like just getting sick of it, you know, I roll it up and I throw it away. But if it's rolled up in the bag in the trash can, and about 5 hours later, I'm hungry, there ain't anything gross on top of the bag. You can take that bag up. It's just like keeping it on a shelf. It's just a shelf that's surrounded by trash.
If it's in my room, then hell no. It's instantly cat hair.
That's true. Well, you can you eat a little cat hair,
I
whatever.
probably do, but not willingly.
Yeah, that's true. Finally, what game you excited for in 2012?
Max Payne 3.
I wish I could
The
still do
videos
this.
look so sweet.
I just need to watch you play it. I can't buy new games. I'm excited for Earthbound, that I might find it on a card.
You might find it in the art. So.
That's right. That's how I get excited. Well, I'd like to say, well, I guess the new GTA isn't even this year, and even then I'm 2 games behind. So, well, no, I'm 1 game behind, but still, 1 game and several add-ons. I'm so behind the times.
Just Steph, man.
Oh,
Steph.
Spacer 12, sir.
Steph.
Okay. Stephanie asks, favorite song?
I like Apathy's Fuck You.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's awesome.
You can't say that without me thinking CeeLo Green. I need to hear the Apathy one a few more times.
CeeLo Green.
Favorite song? See, I could tell you favorite album and I could tell you favorite artist, but I've never... Shut up, cell phone! I've never thought too
Not
hard about...
Frankenstein.
No, it's a nice song. It's got a
Smoke and
nice
Water.
tune. No, it would be either... It would be a
I'm
yes...
Afraid of Americans.
It might be...
Look at that look. Oh, scowl.
Well, okay, I'm just gonna say...
I'm afraid of Americans.
It's a nice
I'm
song.
afraid of myself.
There's a difference between a great song and a favorite song, alright? I've got, 20,000 great songs.
He ain't gonna think of one.
I ain't, but I'm going to placeholder. I'm going to say Todd Rundgren. First, what? I don't know if the whole first side is something.
A Cookie Monster song.
No.
The disco song from the Sesame Street album.
No. Forget it. You ruined it for me. Number whatever. Best candy and nastiest candy.
I like gummy candy.
I guess it's all right.
I like Three Musketeers.
I like those little chocolates that are full of stuff. I think, well, you know the ones that are price chocolate are like Dan's chocolates? There's different flavors. Or Ferrero Rocher or any of those kind of things.
The
But
ones that have cream or something like
Yeah.
that. Strawberry.
Yeah. Those are probably my favorites.
Nastiest? Anything from My Heart Candy.
Yeah, although I did
I don't like
continue-
sour candy either.
Well, I'd say probably that Monster Goo.
Monster.
Well, either that or remember that the cake gummies? Like, those were some of the worst. The ones that look like desserts.
Oh yeah, they were like, they dried your mouth out.
Yeah.
Wasn't Monster Goo like a toothpaste type?
Yeah. Yeah, and I ate all of it. That was the problem.
That's gross.
I'm just going to do a quick check here. Sometimes this thing will drop out and it won't tell you. So, test. I'm going to click say, and then it's good. So, just got to check. This internet's so flaky. When and where did you both sexy men meet?
I think we told this before, but I think it was in a stream.
Probably.
I was dating his sister for a couple of years. He was a little annoying kid.
Don't beat me!
Don't be better at me than my video games.
On your bed, no, I hate you all.
And then, of course, I didn't. When him and sister and I we broke up, I didn't see you for a couple of years. I don't think.
Yeah.
And you finished high school, went off to college. Or did you start working before
No, I started
college?
working, like, last year of high school. I worked a few days.
Yeah, during the summer or whatever. And then it was like, hey.
Yeah, because well, essentially you got a job at my mom's veterinary clinic overnight.
Yeah.
And then eventually when I was forced to start working somewhere, which is still where I work, that's where I started working, and Owen was the other night shift guy. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember you. We did those videos where you bit off County's head. That was fun.
It was just like, hey. And it's just like,
I wish I could find those
Friends.
videos. I have those in a hard drive somewhere, just all that old stuff, but I think it's all like...
holy shit.
I know, could you imagine
that was
uploading
that? Was
that?
my line, my acting debut.
You could upload that stuff to YouTube, man. That's about the classicest footage you got.
Yeah, man. Now we
Give me a second to go get a drink of water.
got the weird ass questions left.
Just a couple left. Well, I need a little bit of water for it. Talking myself into a river here. Actually, I have a head of lettuce. fresh taste you just can't resist. Pull. Ow!
You failed to open it.
No, I opened it. I just failed my folly sounds. That was just a painful pop.
Sounded good.
Delightful. Ah. Almost. Have you ever gurgled seltzer water? It's really bubbly. Actually, you know what also is really fun? Spitting seltzer water. I won't do it in here, but if you're just outside, you go, it just comes out as all bubbles. Okay, Finn. For Jake, and this is by 0x Shinobi. If someone pointed a gun to your head and you had to pick one, and yes, you have to pick one, A, jump off of a plane and fight Jet Li in midair while getting your butthole licked by the liquor from Resident, but also your balls melt at the same time.
Jeez.
Who the hell is Resident?
Resident Evil.
There's a butt liquor in that game? Or the liquor? I never played, so...
It's the guy with the thing with a long tongue.
Okay. Or B, work in a factory and every time you clock in you get an electric drill drilled into your left eye socket repeatedly while your boss fucks your cat. Okay. Now you have to think about this in what you didn't say. No, don't worry.
No,
Okay.
the fact that your boss is your mom.
Oh. Well, that's... No, and a factory.
Oh.
This isn't like...
different some other place.
This is a new boss who I don't even know.
I assume it's
Okay.
a dude.
So think, okay. I'm probably going to go with A, and give me a second to explain this. So, B, just because I have to have a drill drilled into my left eye socket repeatedly, boss fucks my cat, whatever, that's just a humiliation thing, get over those. But left thing in your eye socket, unless you've got some numbing agent, just, whatever. The other one doesn't say I die. It just says I have to I have to fight Jet Li in midair, and so maybe he'll kick my ass, but, he's falling too. I don't know how good he is at fighting in midair. And, so it's the liquor from Resident Evil. Okay, there's the balls melting, I forgot that. But the liquor from Resident
That'd be a
Evil,
one-time
he's
thing,
licking...
wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Balls melting is a one-time thing. So, yeah, it's like, but it's not every day. And then you're working in a goddamn factory. This one I'm in a fight, so it doesn't say if I lose, it doesn't mean I die. I could just lose.
It doesn't necessarily say it's painful.
The most important part is the butthole licked by the liquor doesn't mean that he's attacking me viciously. Perhaps he's in a really sexy mood, and because he's a liquor, he's really good at it. And that could just make the fight more entertaining. I'm just saying.
Oh god, I don't even want to know what mine says.
Okay, well here, have you not ready yet?
No.
Okay, so here is your 0x Shinobi master question. Let's go to the last questions, because it's like the boss fight of this Q&A. For Owen. If someone pointed a gun to your head and you had to pick one, yes, one, why would you pick both?
I want them both.
At the same time! Which would it be? A, become a Ninja Turtle, but when you become one, you have to pull your own skin off while sitting on and made out of shit. But shit that is alive and crawls into your mouth as you pull your skin off. Also, Splitter throws alcohol on you over and over again as you pull your skin off.
I assume that's supposed to be Splinter.
Splinter or maybe a spitter.
It's just Splinter.
Well, I guess it's real split. Anyway, or B, be a 12-month pregnant man who lays down and has people jump on him repeatedly daily for 12 hours a day.
Is that for life?
That's a good question. Because A just sounds fucked.
You just pull it off and then you're a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, but have you ever tried to pull your skin off? We're not assuming this is cartoon, or are we assuming it's cartoon style, like, whoop, it would just come right off, like, hey, and then the shit's just like, oh, I don't know, tastes like chocolate. Who knows how alive shit tastes, man? I mean, what kind of shit's alive? Maybe chocolate shit's alive.
I'll go with A. I get to be a Ninja Turtle in the end.
And you want to be one? So are you, like, secretly a furry? Like, you want to be a Ninja Turtle?
No. You know I'm a goat turtle.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, the other one is, like...
But that sounds like it's for life, and you're always 12 months pregnant, and someone's constantly...
So it's like Groundhog Day style, you just wake up, and your belly's full, and you gotta feel this thing.
Someone's just jumping on your stomach.
Yeah, I guess that's... He seems to put, like, a constant pressure against an intense pressure. And I think the intense pressure is always better. Because it's kind of like, would you like a really painful Band-Aid to rip off, or just one that kind of hurt that you did this, like, all life? And I think you always just want to go with that. Actually, let's... No, I'm not going to rip my own skin off. That concludes the pre-written portion of the questions, correct? Stanley style narration. I'm checking the camera. The time says 40 minutes and 47 seconds remain.
We're gonna throw it to the audience.
Yeah, audience in the audience. Audience, what you gonna say?
Ask us.
Ask us a question. I wonder if I can sing to this more copyright infringement. Audience, ask us questions, and we'll answer them.
There's already one.
Indy Von Winnie asks, is that the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
What is your favorite variety of soup and why? I can answer this right off the bat. Cream-based, but not clam. And if we're talking brands, I'd go Chunky because they've provided, they've created, that was like an advertisement on too. But and I mean, chicken and dumpling soup by Chunky Soup, Campbell's Chunky Soups is always like, it's rich, creamy base. It's just great. And their corn chowder is okay, but I prefer those really creamy, salty bases as opposed to a broth soup. Especially if it's like just a straight-up chicken broth soup, because who wants to drink salty water? I mean, fuck that. But if it's like you're eating like gravy soup, that's great. So that's probably my favorite variety or brand or whatever.
I like, what's it? Creamy cheese potato chicken.
Not the broccoli one?
Well, I guess yeah.
Yeah. So, same sort of deal, creamy soups. Okay, next question. I know this one, but it's fun to lead into it like we're one of those shows. Manatee Mackenzie asks, would you like to live in late 19th century retro future, 50s retro future, or modern future? Well,
50s retro, Fallout.
but no, I think he means 50s retro, or is that what Fallout looked like? Because 50s retro, like what you saw in all the pamphlets, like rocket-shaped cars and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what Fallout looks like?
Yeah. They all had like futuristic looking cars, but they were all shaped like 57 Chevys.
Now, I would probably say, I can't remember what 19th century retro future looked like, so that's a problem. But, and I mean, 50s future looked cool as hell, but the one question I have is, did 50s future have internet? I mean, did they, like, say, wouldn't it be great if there was this giant, like, a version of it, even if it was a giant screen that you saw people's faces on and stuff? If 50s future had predicted internet, yeah, I'd be all for it. But then again, actually, it kind of had, like, teleportation tubes and shit, didn't it? So, if you could just get to people really quick, I guess that could work as well. Oh, steampunk. I mean, steampunk is cool visually. Actually, now I'm just getting on a tangent. It's like, now I want to see 50s future versus steampunk future. Just battling it out. Well, I do love those like, you know, I think you told me about it, the steampunk keyboard that someone made on one of those shows.
Yep.
Where they just took like an old typewriter. I mean, it looks amazing. I'll say that, well, 50s future is kind of what you expect from like a sleek Danish modern sort of thing.
Also the Jetsons.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool, but I think steampunk is a lot more like, it's a similar amount of cool, but with more of a rustic, back to the earth sort of thing. So I dig that, but I do love my internet. There's a totally clear answer.
I want to know what that record is.
Oh. This record is Arpeggio by the band Arpeggio. Or actually, no, the record is Let the Music Play Forever and Ever. And the band is Arpeggio. It's on the Polydor label. I think it's 19... Did I just put the cover?
Seems an awful like there's a wrestling tag team that has a song. Something awful like this, but I know it's not because it's from a soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's from a chase scene.
This is from 1978. And I chose it because I think I couldn't find anything on YouTube, so less likely to get attacked.
We'll find out.
That's right. Next question. Did we just get asked that one? How do we know each other?
Yes, we answered that.
Yeah.
I was dating his sister.
Yeah. And then I ended up working with him. But that's how we know each other. Throw it down. Who's YouTube? We each have one, and we both have one. Take your pick.
Will you choose Owen's YouTube, or Jake's YouTube, or Jake and Owen's YouTube?
That's the whole thing now?
Yes, you do. I can do it. I got quick fingers.
Do it.
hope they work good. If they don't break. Hold on.
Remix.
Remix. Ask us questions. Remix. We haven't signed up yet. So remix. Ask us questions. Remix. Do you have anything you ever wanted to know from Jake or this guy you may know, Owen? You may have seen Owen before as the mysterious headless man on late night live streams. Today he has a head.
You pick me up when I'm down.
You pick me up with your questions, yeah. You ask me a question and picks me up. No questions. Was this like an auction show? I found about 5 questions, 5 questions, 10 questions. No, I guess we're gonna. I just burned in a microphone. Doesn't mean I'm gonna puke. If we don't get any questions, I'm gonna slow her down. Okay, we might have a question from the inexplicable Brony.
We're waiting.